anyone who is using on Git or any other version control system, we all know the merge conflict happen, right? Git is a distributed version control system, right? And so far we have discussed about we have this main branch and then we have this feature branch, right? And let's say at the same time, I have created one more branch called. So because of the distributed nature, there are many people who are working on the feature, right? Maybe feature is different, this one is different. And there are some files which is common to all the branches, right? So for example, everyone has started their development from this master branch. And at that time, we have this index.html. And when we created this feature of one feature of feature two branch, this file is getting copied, right? And now let's say we are done with this feature. Let's give it a name, feature one and feature two. And we are trying to merge the changes. And in this feature one branch, a completely different set of developers they are working. And feature two, completely different sets of developers they are working. When this guy merged the changes, let's say they made some different changes to this index.html. And this team, they also made some changes to this index.html. So when they all bring their changes back to Git, they accidentally committed to the same line. So let's say these guys have made some different changes. These guys have made some different changes. So that created a conflict. Okay, I will show you with the help of example. So what Neha, she's saying, when changes have been made to the same file, yes. Create branch from master, change master, and merge it. Yes, yes, in. So let me show you this, right? So we are on master right now. And let's say we have this test.txt. Okay. So this is coming from master. I'm just putting some garbage and master. Let's say something. And if I check the Git status, this file is modified, right? I will add this file and commit the changes. Add changes to test.txt. I committed these changes to the Git. Now, let's say I switch to this feature branch. Okay. And we created this feature branch out of the master. So we have this file.test.txt. I will commit the same changes, but let's say rather than this master, I will add feature. You see, this is creating a conflict. Like in the master branch, we have this same file with the name master. And now we are committing the change with the name feature. So I will add this file test.txt and adding some changes to test.txt in feature. Let me add this commit message. Okay. Now let me switch back to the master branch. And now if I try to do merge to feature, let's see what is going to happen. Conflict. Because we have a completely different changes, right? Now, my question to you guys and most of you who is working on Git for some time, how does Git know that there is a conflict? All these messages, where exactly this is coming from? So Git should know, right, that this file has some changes which is not present on feature. So where exactly Git is looking? So if you go inside .git directory, you will see all these files where it is pointing to this merge head, merge mode, merge message, and origin head. I have a questions dedicated for this, like how to read this file inside .git directory. But basically, just a simple context it inside .git folder, it is keeping track of all these things, right? So now let's open test.txt. And here it is saying that these changes which is present on master, and these are the changes which is coming on like after this dot dot dot. It is saying these are changes coming from feature, and Git is trying their its best to just to tell you, okay, there's a conflict and which changes you want to keep, because Git cannot decide, okay, these are the changes he wants to keep it, or these are the changes he want to discard it, right? So Git is trying its best to say that, okay, which changes you want to keep it. And that point of time, what our strategy is, we are going to talk to the different teams and say, okay, we have this one, and we will come up to a like a middle ground, like, okay, what are changes we need to keep, or what are changes we need to discard. So for this case, I will say I am happy to keeping the changes for both for both the feature and master. Generally, it's not a case, but just to go with a happy path, I will do git add and resolving conflict. Can anyone guess what happens to the file inside .git directory once we do this merge conflict? Once we resolve this merge conflict, they all are gone, because Git now knows that we have resolved that conflict. So there's no point of keeping those files. And whenever you are doing that merge, Git always keep track of all these intermediary files. But as soon as the merge is done, Git clean up these files behind the scene. But because this is a special case where we have a conflict, Git just keep all these files just to keep track of it. And that's why you are seeing this message.